Christopher Bell's car is heading to the NASCAR R&D Center, and if history tells us anything, that's not something teams want to hear. We're breaking down exactly what happened at Richmond, what NASCAR is doing next, and what it could mean for the number 20 team. Let's get into it. Hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation news is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. So here's what we know. NASCAR is performing a deeper inspection process after the Cup Series race at Richmond Raceway this past weekend. That in itself is worth pausing on. Deeper inspections don't happen for every car every week. When NASCAR decides to dig further into a specific car, it's a signal that they want a closer look at something. And in this case, the car under that microscope belongs to Christopher Bell. His number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing machine has been taken to the NASCAR R&D Center for further inspection after Richmond. This was officially announced by the sport itself, so this isn't speculation. It's confirmed. Now let's talk about how Bell actually raced on Saturday night, because this is where things get interesting. Bell finished in 7th place. On the surface, that sounds like a solid night, but here's the thing. The article makes clear that Bell actually struggled during the race. Despite that struggle, he was able to grind out that 7th place finish. And get this, he did it with what's described as a 12th place car. Think about that for a second. A car that by all accounts wasn't performing at a 7th place level, still came home 7th. That's the kind of detail that makes you wonder what NASCAR wants to look at more closely. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, let's be clear about what this inspection actually means. NASCAR taking Bell's car to the R&D Center does not automatically mean something is wrong with it. That's important to say plainly. This process happens, and plenty of cars go through it and come out completely clean. But, and this is a big but, it does heighten the risk of a potential penalty. That's the reality teams face anytime their car makes that trip. You know, to really understand why this matters, we have to look at how this has played out before. In the NextGen car era, drivers and teams have received significant penalties when NASCAR has taken a car to the R&D Center. This isn't a one-time thing. It's happened on multiple occasions. And when we say significant, we mean it. There have been several occasions where teams have lost over 100 points due to an infraction found during this kind of inspection process. In a sport where every point matters for the playoffs and the standings, a hit like that can completely change a team's season. However, it's also worth remembering the other side of this. Most cars are cleared after going to the R&D Center. That's the more common outcome. But exceptions exist, and that's exactly why this situation with Bell's car is worth watching closely. So where does that leave Christopher Bell and the number 20 team right now? Based on everything in this situation, Bell will likely be okay. That's the expectation here. But NASCAR has blasted teams in the past for any wrongdoing, so nothing is guaranteed until the inspection process plays out. Let's recap everything we just covered. Christopher Bell's number Dale. 20 Joe Gibbs Racing car is at the NASCAR R&D Center for further inspection after Richmond. He finished 7th on Saturday night despite what's been described as a 12th place car after struggling throughout the race. Historically, cars taken to the R&D Center in the NextGen era have sometimes resulted in penalties of over 100 points. But most of the time, cars are cleared. And while Bell is expected to be fine, NASCAR has a track record of coming down hard when something is found. So now it's your turn. Do you think Bell's car will get cleared, or is there something here that could turn into a bigger story? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News so you don't miss any updates on this story as it develops. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.